man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, Boxing News 24 dropped this article out. They said Tank said that he won't be fighting at 30 or 35. So they started speculating, saying it was going to be Barrios because he the only champion at 140. My thing is, Barrios ain't a champion. He one of them fake champions. And to me, it got to be Gary Russell, possibly at a catch weight. But let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And it makes me no difference. Whatever Tank do. I think the Gary Russell fight is what I heard. It was in the talks, not Barrios. So it's starting to add up. So I heard he might challenge. I heard they was thinking about making the Gary Russell fight. Gary Russell got the mayor of I forget where they're from. They're not from DC, is they? They're not from Baltimore. Wherever he stayed, they got the mayor to change one of the streets' name to his brother that passed away. So shout out to the Russell family. You know, if he fight Barrios, I mean, I got Barrios if he move up to full 140 pounds. Unless they gonna ride Barrios, he wouldn't do that. Because what's the risk of moving up to fight Barrios to get another fake WBA belt? Barrios more of a risk than Devin Haney, more of a risk than Ryan Garcia, more of a risk than Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion. Because he's a guy that started off 126 pounds and got bigger. He showed he could take a punch from old boy when they fought on one of the pay-per-view undercards. So personally, I wouldn't go bark up that tree. You know, Tank already looks slow. He already he carrying luggage on his back at 135. So if he ain't acclimated to 135, why move him up to 140 for a fake belt against one of the more fleet of foot fighters up there? Barrios moved well. He got good hands. He had knocked Tank dick in the dirt. They talk about Tank's parking middleweights. That's sparring, motherfucker. And name the middleweights. Is it Golovkin? Is it Jamal Charlo? Is it who else you got out there? Steven Butler? Is it Ryota Murata? Rob Brandt? No, he not. They ain't talking about EJ knocking heavyweights out in the street. Like who? You talk about motherfucker that live in the hood? Like no, we talking about a boxer should be able to be the skill or be the untrained civilian. Like your person, your dude that's your military guy. I'm gonna say military because some of them get their ass whooped. Like your Green Beret or some of your Marines, or just dudes that do frontline infantry, they should be able to beat a civilian ass. If they out here getting their ass beat by civilians, then hey man, our military ain't as good as we think they should be. But Barrios is an amazing talent. He got amazing hand speed. His legs good. Got good power. He beat the shit out of Tank if they don't rob him. He should stop Tank, to be honest. Any of them dudes that got fake belts and belts. Ramirez and Taylor, I remember he said he'd fight Taylor. He would do that. Man, Taylor would funky dog walk his funky dog head ass. Like I said, Josh Taylor, best fighter, 140 pounds to 130 pounds. Shit, that's just my opinion there. But yeah, it ain't Barrios. I heard they was going to make the Tank fight. I mean, the Tank and Russell fight. So if you moving down to 126, I can't see him getting down that low. It might be at a catch weight, but I heard the Gary Russell fight is what they was targeting. That's a good fight in my opinion. Russell got good hand speed. I mean, I just see if he do fight Russell, I just see him taking that fight. To be honest, I see him dogging. He should dog Gary Russell. And if they have him fight Gary Russell, fight Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell, that's what's wrong with PBC. Before I get back on code with these fights. That's what's wrong with PBC. PBC would rather go out their way to make fights nobody asked for. Nobody asked for Gervonta and Leo Santa Cruz or Gervonta. Well, some people did ask for Gervonta and Gary Russell, but we wanted to see, Gary Russell versus Leo Santa Cruz, and the winner could have fought Gervonta. When Gervonta gonna step up and fight a real 130 pounder? He fought Jose Pedraza, okay. Why he ain't fighting Joseph Diaz? Why he ain't fighting Miguel Burchett, Oscar Valdez winner? Why he ain't trying to fight Jamil Herring? Like, he trying to fight all these, or they ain't want to fight 10. He want to fight 26, 22 pounders. You know what I'm saying? And then when he want to move up to 35, he want to fight old ass Gamboa. That's what I don't get, bro. I seriously don't get why they don't put him. Why he can't fight a true 135 champion? I mean, I think, whoever win the IBF, they'd be glad to fight Tank. If it's Kenichi Ogawa or the dude that Jojo Diaz had a draw. I'm pretty sure Jamel Herring, will take that fight. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not Burchett. You're probably right. But I mean, Gary Russell, that's a good fight. And I heard that it's supposed to be on Jamal Charlo undercard in June. So Gary Russell and Gervonta Davis can't have their own card if that's true. Why they can't have their own card? Because whoever Jamal Charlo fight, nobody want to see that shit as a main event. Who he gonna fight? Chris Eubanks? I don't think. Who? It ain't gonna be David Benavidez because he fighting in March. I don't think he's gonna back in that quick in June. Come on, man. How Jamal Charlo the main event to Gary Russell and Gervonta? That's the fight people want to see. But if Gary Russell get in there, I mean, if he loses to Gervonta Tank Davis, dude, nobody gonna have sympathy on him. I don't think he gonna be able to come back again after all the backlash he got on social media, especially if Gervonta stop him. But then Gervonta had his issues with Leo Santa Cruz, and if Gervonta going down to fight Gary Russell for the WBC 26-pound championship, I think honestly, I think Gary Russell's chances improve drastically. His chances improve drastically, and then if that's what they want to do, that's a good fight. Gervonta got speed, he got power, but he can't make 126 pounds. Now, in my opinion, he can't. And what that's gonna boil down to, if it's at 30 or if 30 he got a belt, why not have Gary Russell move up and get a belt? Or fight at a catch weight can be for Gervonta. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably gonna be at a catch weight between 26 and 30. And Gervonta got speed, power, and with Gary Russell, he got good hand speed, but you really don't see none of the slickness. I mean, when he fought Joseph Diaz, Joseph Diaz just walked to him and just, punched him to the body. I mean, this fight, in my opinion, I think Gervonta should take it home. If he don't stop Gary, I mean, it's okay. I think he should. Smaller guy coming up. But if Gary don't have a lot of power neither. He punched harder than Leo Santa Cruz, but it's going to be the fight people looking forward to. And unfortunately, it's going to be a co-main event. I understand because you can't put that fight on the East Coast. You can't put it in New York. Can't put it in Philly. You can't really put it in the DMV. I know they're starting to have some fights in Philly, but you need gate. And you might not be able to put it in Texas no more because with Texas going through with the floods and all that other shit. So you might not be able to put that thing in Texas neither, man. So, I mean, but that's a good fight. But I don't want to say Jamal Charlo shouldn't be the main event. Unless he unify with Andrade, we know that's not going to happen. Unless he fighting Caleb Plant at 68, that ain't going to happen. But, I mean, if Gary put, I'll be pulling for Gary, though. I like both of the fighters. I'll be pulling for Gary, though. If Gary put them hands on him, and that's what's funny about it, too. I'm going to put this into rotation, too. I forgot about this. Gary Russell, they were supposed to force Gary Russell to fight Ray Vargas. Because they don't want Gary Russell to hold the WBC 126-pound championship no more. So I heard they was trying to send Ray Vargas to beat him. And Ray Vargas didn't ask for that fight. The WBC put Ray Vargas in position because he didn't want to fight Luis Neri at 122, and they asked him to go to 126. And I heard the WBC don't want Gary Russell to hold that belt. But my thing is, like I said, man, Mauricio Suleiman, I get on here, my father work with Nelson Mandela, that's some racist shit to me. Because y'all wasn't trying to strip Ray Vargas. Y'all ain't never tried to strip Canelo other than the Gennady Golovkin thing, and then y'all kissed his ass. So they trying to strip Gary Russell because he fight once a year, but shit, I mean, so what? Ray Vargas, don't nobody want to see him fight. Luis Neri got caught putting that shit up his ass multiple times, and y'all want to see him fight. That shit crazy, man. So, I mean, like I said, if they do fight, it's going to be at 130 pounds. Fuck what Tank's saying. Because they're going to strip Gary Russell for not fighting Ray Vargas. Unless he going to fight Tank now and then go back and fight. But if he loses to Tank, they're going to strip him. And they're going to, put Ray Vargas in position to get that belt. I'm telling y'all what they're going to do. That's exactly what they're going to do with Gary Russell. So, I think that fight happening at 130 or for Tank belt at 120, whatever, at a catch weight. But I'm telling y'all, they're going to strip Gary Russell. They want him to fight Ray Vargas, unless Ray Vargas got injured or, after the Gary fight. But we know Gary only fight once a year, so they're going to probably strip him if they don't fight for Gary belt. So, I mean, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links description. Fastest way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All the social media links description. Also, don't forget we got a Facebook group too. Want to check that out? Just request and I'll push you on through. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link description as well. Best way to donate. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think about the situation. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.